When it comes to the NBA, you need more than just a good shooting ability. You need more than just the ability to pass the ball or steal the ball and so on and so forth. What makes you a true superstar is the ability to go in and have that clutch gene, the ability to do something that benefits your team the moment they need it, regardless of whether you're expecting it or not. Some players have it, many don't. But when the clutch gene appears, everyone notices. So allow us to show you the 10 most clutch plays in NBA history. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, the big deals. Not all clutch moves are made on the court. Some of them are made off the court, and throughout NBA history, you can look at the executives behind the scenes coming through for their teams to help them improve, get key acquisitions, and push towards getting that NBA title. We could easily mention clutch games like getting Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen to the Celtics. That helped them win the title for the first time since Larry Bird. Or how about the Toronto Raptors going and getting Marc Gasol to shore them up for the playoff run that led to them winning the title? Or how about the Miami Heat getting Shaq, leading D Wade to getting his first ring? You can go on and on and on, but the result is the same. These were clutch moves, sometimes happening at the trade deadline and doing what needed to be done to get the team in a better spot to win. Oh, and there's another player who fits that mold that also proved to have the clutch gene. Number 9, Anthony Davis sinks the Nuggets. The most recent NBA playoffs, the Los Angeles Lakers were having a battle against the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. In Game 2, the Nuggets were up, but the Lakers had the inbound that could seal the game if they were able to nail a big three-pointer. Everyone was going to guard LeBron James, because that is who everyone thought the ball would go to. Thus, the inbounder, Rajon Rondo, worked the floor around after getting the ball and threw it to All-Star Anthony Davis, who was able to get up a three-pointer and drill it right as time expired to give the Lakers a win and push them to a 2-0 series lead. The Lakers would win the title in 6 games against the Heat, and Davis proved his value many times in that series as well.
The ruling on the floor is a made basket by Davis.
Number 8, Reggie Miller scores 9 in 8 seconds. When you hear that someone scored 9 points in 8 seconds, you're not supposed to believe that because it just doesn't sound possible. But Reggie Miller didn't mind doing it anyway. Now this happened in 1995 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. It was the Pacers versus the Knicks. The Pacers were down with 18.7 seconds remaining in Game 1 at Madison Square Garden, as they trailed 105-99, coming out of a timeout. Nothing big should have happened, but no one told that to Reggie Miller. Miller noted later on, "I remember coming out of the timeout. I said, okay, if we get quick 3 and cut the deficit down, anything is possible. I knew they didn't have any timeouts, so that kind of worked in our favor, but I don't think they knew they didn't have any timeouts left." Miller came out of the timeout and drilled the first 3. Then by luck, 2 Knicks players collided when the ball was inbounded, so Reggie was able to get the ball again, take it back, and drill another 3, tying up the game. Then Miller got another 3 points because of foul shots, and the Pacers won the game. Now that is being clutch. And then there's Reggie Miller clutch. You dig?
What you do in winning time, that differentiates between just a regular player and a superstar.
Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final second.
Number 7, LeBron hits the 3 at the buzzer. LeBron has proved his clutch gene many times, but in Eastern Conference Finals against the Orlando Magic as a Cavalier, he proved it in style. Cleveland was down, 1 second left on the clock, and they had to inbound the ball. LeBron was getting the ball, no question. He put up the shot, and it went in so smoothly. It was beautiful. They tied up the series, and the entire city of Cleveland was rocking. The shot of his teammates swarming him in gratitude is truly a beautiful moment. Yeah, they lost eventually, but hey, that moment was a big one for Cleveland.
That's a winner in Cleveland.
Number 6. Jerry West from half court. Jerry West has had many nicknames during his tenure in the NBA. One of the most memorable is obviously the logo. One nickname he was given was Mr. Clutch. West would prove that nickname right in Game 3 of the 1970 Finals against the Knicks. The Lakers were down by 2. Chamberlain would inbound to West, and West would hit a half-court runner to send the game into overtime. This was before the three-point line was introduced, to be clear. You see half-court shots more often nowadays, but to do it back then and in the finals, that's clutch.
Seconds to go. 2 seconds. 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it. Over half court.
Number 5. Allen Iverson proves he's the truth. While this shot wasn't a game winner, it certainly sealed the win for the Philadelphia 76ers with under 1 minute left in the game. What makes this shot so epic is the fact that it capped off Iverson's remarkable 48-point performance in which he absolutely abused Tyronn Lue, the player who had made fun of Iverson's trademark cornrows and overall look heading into the finals. If Iverson hadn't stepped over Lue after his crossover jumper, the shot wouldn't have been so special. But he did, and that's why with this clutch shot, the game was within 2 points, and the truth was felt and seen for all to witness and believe. Number 4. Kareem skyhook. While the Milwaukee Bucks would go on to lose the final series in Game 7, the Bucks did the unthinkable by beating the Celtics in Game 6 on their home court. The Bucks accomplished that with the play of Oscar Robertson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Ultimately, the Bucks would win Game 6 on a memorable skyhook from Abdul-Jabbar with under 5 seconds left on the clock. Kareem was the master of the skyhook, and it was something you never wanted to mess with, which many players learned throughout his legendary career.
Ford sends it to Kareem. Skyhook up and good. Lakers win.
Number 3. Steve Kerrs 3. The Bulls and the Jazz fought twice in the NBA Finals, and in both games were clutch moments from some big-time players, one of whom was Steve Kerr, the now famous coach of the Golden State Warriors. With the Bulls up 3-2 in the series, Chicago wanted to close out, but the Jazz weren't making it easy. They were up with seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Bulls had to make a big shot. Jordan knew that everyone would guard him, so he told Steve Kerr to be ready. Sure enough, he was, and when the ball came to him, he popped up a three-pointer and they won the game, giving the Bulls their 5th title. Later on, Kerr would gloat and say he was saving Michael from taking the shot, but it was all in good fun.
Russell.
Number 2. Ray Allen forces Game 7. There are many moments from the LeBron James Miami Heat days that are memorable or important to the success of the team. But arguably, the biggest one was getting Ray Allen from the Celtics to join their team. Because in the NBA Finals in Game 6, the Spurs were up 3 with just 20 seconds to go, and the Spurs had the 3-2 lead in the series. Everyone could feel that the game and series was over, except Ray Allen. LeBron missed a shot, and it was rebounded by Chris Bosh, who then saw Ray Allen wide open. He gave the ball to him, who stepped behind the three-point line and drilled it, tying the game, sending it to overtime, which the Heat would win, and then they would go on and win Game 7. Clutch. Number 1. Michael Jordan steals the ball from Karl Malone. There are many clutch moments that came from Michael Jordan, but this one was one that almost put a cap on his career until he came back to the Wizards, but let's ignore that and just admire this clutch. In the 1998 NBA Finals, the Bulls were up 3-2 against the Utah Jazz. Jordan wanted to win the game, but the Jazz were tough and they had the lead and the ball with time winding down. But Jordan wasn't just a great shooter, he was also a great defender. He knew that they would funnel the ball to All-Star Karl Malone, as they had a run similar play just a few minutes before. So Jordan lied in wait, and when a switch came on the Jazz's side, Jordan rushed in and stole the ball from Malone. Jordan took it down the court and popped up the game winner with ease. The Bulls won the title for the 6th time, and it was all because of how clutch Jordan was on both sides of the ball. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the times when players and the back office came up big and got some clutch things done to go and get their teams the victory or take their teams to the next level? Which of these clutch moments do you feel were the best of the best? Which ones do you think cement player legacies? Do you know of any other moments that should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.